How you going, everyone? Back again, another day. Yes, I did miss yesterday. I do apologise, but I'm going to make up for it today. I have an idea, which is just who I am. It's ideas every day, you know. You want to live in here for an hour. So what I want to do is I want to change something up that has kind of been irking at me a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this every day. So if you have a look on this board. So I want to have kind of something, a basis for these videos every day. So the idea is if I could have a listing sort of goal every day and then a selling goal every day. And this is a temporary sort of setup as far as I'll run through why it's temporary. So $2,000 a day listed brings us to about $12,000 a week. And then $500 a day selling brings us to around about $3,500 a week. Now, if you do the numbers on there, if you go over a year, that's like 700,000 versus 200,000. So there's a big gap in between. I don't want $500,000 worth of listed stock just sitting here because I only wanted to sell $500 a day of stock. So that's why I say this is temporary. Now, as far as the numbers go, they're also completely flexible. There'll be days where I do $5,000. There'll be days where I do $500 in listings. There might be days where I don't do any listings. And then with sales, it'll be the same. There'll be days where I do $2,000 or $3,000. There'll be days I do nothing. So the goal being is that they're a goal. So I think they're a very achievable goal for what I'm selling. And obviously what I want to do is this is kind of doing like a bit of a preliminary sort of attack or trial, I should say, not an attack, but a trial to then, as of July, so our financial year ends in July. I don't know if that's the same everywhere, but ours is 1st of July to the 31st of June, or 31st of June, whatever June is. And so what I want to do is for the next financial years, I really want to try and have a goal of $1 million in turnover. Profit will come with the turnover, so I don't care about profit as much. Obviously, I do care about profit. Every business does. But I'm not going to give myself a goal on profit. If I can make $200,000 a year before tax, I'm happy. That's the sort of numbers that I want to be able to do. And I think with what I'm kind of, the touchy-feely I'm getting with what I'm doing, that is definitely achievable. Probably not a big deal, to be honest. There's lots of companies that do tens of millions of dollars in this industry every year. So for me to do $1 million is no one would even notice me. So, and then, you know, doing this from home and have that flexibility of just being a one-man show is, you know, it's a dream for most people. And I want to kind of show that it's possible for everybody out there. Like I say, $1 million a year in this industry is nothing. I don't even know what the stats are. And no, I'm not going to look them up. Actually, I'll look them up after and I'll put them up somewhere here or somewhere. But it'd be interesting to know how much tech stuff, because don't forget, I do a bit of everything in tech, how much actually sells on a daily basis on somewhere like eBay and just eBay Australia. If you're like US, UK and, you know, other places, you know, more predominant places, you know, more people, then you'll probably find, it'd be at least $1 million, I reckon, a day that they'd sell in Australia alone. And if you went into other markets, you'd probably, you know, America's probably that every hour. So just purely because of people, you know, you got more people. Wealth-wise, I think we're comparable per capita sort of thing, you know, per person wealth-wise. I think America and Australia and UK similar. Don't quote me, I don't know. I'm not getting that thick into it. All I want to do is just kind of do a basis for what I'm happy with and what I think is achievable being a one-man show. So with that, what I did do over the weekend was I managed to get all this area cleared up and start getting the Lenovo's listed, getting the Lenovo's reloaded, ready for listing. I haven't done much more over here. I did have one doing updates. That one's done. I did finish off all the MacBook Airs, and that one's done as well. Still got to solve the problem on this one with that broken hinge, and the rest of them I haven't touched at all over here. So they're going to be that bench is going to be my goal today, to get that clear, and then obviously start hitting up these listings. I haven't updated any of this yet, so it's still the same number, but the goal being that we'll be able to make that move by this afternoon. So if I can get that to at least 45, maybe 50 would be good. And then I do have another, I think another $4,000 in sales I've got to put on there as well. So I'll get all that updated today, and that'll be this afternoon's video on how I go with that. And then just a bit of a tidy up in here, because it's a little bit chaotic from pulling all those boxes apart the other day and slowly getting through these laptops on the floor. So I'm also at the same time pulling laptops from out the back. I've still got heaps of laptops out there from previous deals I've bought, and from stuff that are scrap stuff that I've bought from other people for the last couple of years. So probably the last 5 years there's stuff out there. There's so many laptops out there, so much stuff out there. So yeah, so I think this goal is achievable, and this will be a mixture of eBay, Facebook, and wholesale deals that I do. So I think I can, you know, like I say, I did want to start this channel basing it on $1 million, not the $100,000. And now, particularly this challenge that I've done, where I'm in, what are we at now? We're at 25 days, and I'm at, you know, nearly 50 grand in listings. You know, like when you start doing those numbers, you start thinking, yeah, I think I need to think bigger. And I think, like I say, moving forward, the goal for next year will be to do over $1 million in listings and sales, and then just kind of, yeah, go from there, then see what the next year. But I think that will be the cap out for me to be a single person doing this stuff. If I go over the $1 million, I don't think I can do it by myself. Then I think that will have to be, I'll have to start getting staff, which is what I want to try and avoid. Not because I don't like staff, it's just because it does change the business. It makes it a different thing. I like the freedom of being free. So I can come out here at 2 o'clock in the morning. I can finish up here at 10 o'clock in the morning. I can do whatever I want on a daily basis. When you have staff, as much as the staff are accountable to you, you are accountable to them, because you both have to play the game, whether it, you know, 2 people or more. And then it becomes even more accountability between all of you. So just remember that when you add your staff. So it's the same with retail. So once you add a retail store, you're then accountable to the hours that you make that retail store. If you're open 9 to 5, you have to be there from 9 to 5, or someone does. So anyway, getting into the weeds a little bit, but you get the gist. I'm going to upload this one. This is the 26th version of this that I've recorded. So I really want to just get it finished, get it uploaded for you, and then give you the double one for later on today. I'm going to go hard trying to get some listings done, and then see what we do. And I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. I buy and sell whatever I buy and sell that day, or list and sell. Sorry, camera went flat. So yeah, so the goal will be every day to be able to give you a report back every day on that board. And then whatever happens around that board, I will add that into the video. But the basis will be you're coming back to look at the board on what I've bought and sold, or listed and sold. And yeah, let's try and get some big numbers on that board. So yeah, all right, I'm going to finish up this video. Good night, afternoon, morning, whatever it is in your area, and I will see you this afternoon. Bye.